Hiện nay chúng ta hãy chào đón và bằng một tràng pháo tay thật là lớn.
Good morning, everybody. Today, I'm very happy to stand here and have a chance to express my idea about one subject that I like very much. Is English. Everyone knows that English is an interesting and important language. Now, I would like to tell you about the importance of English and how to learn it effectively in international integration. In my opinion, nowadays, English is the most useful language in the world. It's an official and international language. It's used in the business, education, communications, and transportation. You can understand what written on t-shirts, jeans, and information on label of other products, such as television, fridge, washing machine, and so on. This helps you with choosing to buy anything easily. You can talk with foreigners when you wish, and check with bank friends on the internet. English also is a very subject at school. It's spoken in almost all countries in the world. If you understand English and you know a lot of new words, you can get a higher position in your company. It can be easy to find a job through. You can enjoy listening to English songs, watch the English programs every day. You can also read newspaper or stories in English and study about a few hours a day if you have free time. If you can do all of the things like that, you can study English well. In fact, English has become an international language. If you know this language well, you can go to any continent in the world, such as Africa, America, and Australia. Everywhere people speak English. Because of the popularity, books have been written in English. So, one of my ways of improving my English is to read books on a variety of subjects, science, and so on. If I only read books on one or two subjects, only my vocabulary will not increase fast enough. Therefore, I try my best to collect as much vocabulary as possible by reading different subjects, because each subject has its own vocabulary. The more subjects I read in English, the more words I can acquire to express my ideas and thoughts with great ease and satisfaction. For me, to acquire a correct and fluent of English, I should learn the basic rules of English grammar and practice speaking regularly with my friends and my teacher. Practice my perfect. I should frequently listen to native English speakers through videos, television, and radio. Whenever I find a new word whose pronunciations I don't know, I should look it up in a dictionary for English beginners. In listening to school, there are two basic points. Firstly, read carefully the assignment to understand or like what is the content of listening. Secondly, if you are unsure about your memory, please take note what you hear and how you write to note meanings and then answer the questions. For example, you know the word human when you hear human. You write H-E-R when you hear the other rest. In speaking school, one of the most effective rules of learning that teacher always gives is speak more, and speak more. When you speak much, you not only improve the pronunciations, intonations, but also practice how to organize what you think and make you more confident when speaking. The way to speak good ideas is taking note what you think of getting questions. However, you should keep in mind and write down what is a short form or line. When talking, body language is very important. You should practice speaking before a mirror to create a sense of confidence. When present, it's best to look into the eyes of the audience. It wants a little bit because of the words. No one can tell when speaking can be a lie or a sign. previous side of the line. Therefore, it's best to look into the eyes of the audience to express confidence. That's a very important experience for you in the future. In reading skill, vocabulary is very important. It helps you to understand what you read and widen the knowledge. If you read more, you will have good way to speak and write well. Moreover, reading gives a lot of new work for you. In writing skill, practice writing is necessary. The first thing you need to do is pointing out what you presented in the post. Another important point is the main idiom. How that are related and a reader with other. A paragraph has only one main idiom. Among sentences, has agreement on the verb, pronouns, and usage, and so on. And most importantly, they are broader one logically. Between paragraphs, you should change them by the words like firstly, secondly, lately, or forever. However, in order to summarize your writing, you should use phrase in short or shorter rules in summaries and then decide it once again and give the answer. For me, as a student of the secondary schools, I should listen to my teacher of English carefully at school, especially the pronunciation. I practice speaking in pairs or in group with my classmates. At home, I try my best to learn by heart vocabularies and write sentences. Sometimes I write diaries in English, although I don't know if it's correct or not in grammar. I only know that thanks to them, my English skill improves day by day. In summary, there are many ways to learn English effectively in international integration. You should choose one which is the most suitable for you. Being aware of the advantage of English language in every aspect of man's activity. I have been learning English with great passion and pleasure. I hope you and I will reach English in international integration. That's my ideas about the importance of English and how to learn it effectively. Thank you for your listening. Good luck and have the best time.
Wow, thank you so much. Yeah.
I think you have a good intonation, pronunciation, and body language. Mr. Love, do you think so?
Yeah, I think so. And I have a small question for you.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Now, can you tell me how will you use English in the future? Yeah, you mentioned a lot of advantages in learning English, and how will you use English in the future?
Oh, thank you very much for your listening. I can answer now.
Okay.
In my opinion, English is an important and interesting language. It's an official and international language. And I will use it in the future. I will use it to get a higher in my company, to look for good jobs and communicate with foreigners, people in every country in the world. And,
Okay, thank you very much for your answer. Yeah, okay. And you know what you have to do now? Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Now, please. Yeah, you can read your answer carefully.
tụng rồi mà cười.
You can read around.
My question is, what does English help you in everyday activities? Oh,
Easy for you, right? Okay.
Ready?
yes.
Okay, let's see.
Thank you very much for this question. I can answer now. In my opinion, English is very important and useful in our life. Every day I use English to read newspapers, magazines, and comics. I also use English to understand signs on the roads, hotels, and many ways. English also help me to know information on labels of many products, and then I can tell my mother to buy anything easily. And finally, English also help me to communicate with foreigners when I meet, and know and understand the words of my English favorite songs. That's my ideas about what does English help you in everyday activity. Thank you very much for the question.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, and one more thing you have to do is answer an extra question and look at the examiners. Now, who will you wish to have the question from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all done?
Examiner 4.
4. Now, look like to you. Please. No. You have to choose your answer, and good luck to you. I hope you will choose your examiner. Now,
Okay.
come on. Very good. I hope this one will give her the answer, the question. Now,
Oh,
what a
my
pity.
examiner is examiner 1.
One, Mr. Trương Như Thuận, now please make her a question. Now.
How are you? How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Okay. And you have a talk about your topic. I think you are a good student, English student, an English student. And now, can you answer my question, please?
Yes.
Okay. And what should you do to improve your English?
Oh, thank you for your question.
What should you do to improve your English skills?
There are many ways to improve my English every day. Firstly, I read more books and magazines and comics. Sometimes I write sentences or diaries in English to improve my writing skills. Sometimes I listening to English songs or listen to English native speakers through videos, television, and radio. It helps me to improve my listening skills. And so on.
Okay. Do you watch a movie in English?
Oh yes.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, you have finished your task. And the last thing, what would you like to say to all the audience here and the examiners?
The things I want to say to everyone today is
Thank you very much for your listening. Okay.